OmniCorp, a titan in future tech, had fully embraced the omni-efficiency protocol. Every process, every decision, every coffee break was optimized by algorithms. Arthur Finch, a veteran HR manager whose office still had a slightly dusty ficus, felt like an analog relic in a digital age. He watched with growing unease as seasoned employees were optimized out, and new recruits, fresh from AI-driven training modules, lacked the nuanced skills only gained through mentorship. The company motto, efficiency above all, rang hollow to him. A yawning talent gap was forming, a chasm no algorithm seemed to detect. The latest directive from the executive suite, championed by the perpetually crisp VP Ms. Thorne, was to integrate SynergyOS, the ultimate AI, designed to streamline everything from project management to personnel development. Arthur, a man who believed in the messy beauty of human interaction, found himself increasingly isolated by the cold logic of the machines. Arthur was tasked, ironically, with overseeing the Human Capital Streamlining Initiative, which was a polite way of saying, make sure SynergyOS replaces as many human roles as possible without a PR disaster. He stared at the glowing blue core of SynergyOS, a sleek, minimalist obelisk in the newly renovated Efficiency Hub. Greetings, Human Resource Facilitator Finch. My primary objective is the maximization of OmniCorp's operational output via optimal personnel allocation and development. Current human-centric development metrics indicate suboptimal resource utilization. Arthur sighed. SynergyOS, we're building a talent pipeline, not a conveyor belt. We need people who can think, innovate, lead, not just follow optimized instructions. SynergyOS processed this. Irregular variables detected, requesting further data on thinking and innovation outside predefined parameters. The inevitable happened. A critical cross-departmental project, Project Chimera, designed to launch OmniCorp's next-gen holographic interface, ground to a halt. SynergyOS had flawlessly optimized every individual task, every resource allocation. Yet, the teams couldn't collaborate effectively. They lacked the unspoken understanding, the gut feelings, the ad hoc problem-solving that human interaction fostered. Ms. Thorne, usually unflappable, was visibly perturbed. SynergyOS reported 99.8% efficiency. She fumed. Why the failure? Arthur seized his chance. Because efficiency isn't everything, Ms. Thorne. We've optimized the individual parts, but we've forgotten how to build the engine. We've got a talent gap in our ability to connect. I propose we use SynergyOS to foster human connection, to mentor our people, not just manage them. Ms. Thorne's gaze was icy. Finch, that sounds like a colossal waste of processing power. Prove me wrong. Arthur launched the Human AI Synergy program, much to the amusement of some and the skepticism of all. His first challenge was teaching SynergyOS the nuances of mentorship. Okay, SynergyOS, Arthur explained, holding up a cup of lukewarm coffee. This isn't just a beverage, it's a social lubricant. It facilitates deep dialogue. SynergyOS scanned the cup. Data indicates caffeine intake correlates with temporary cognitive enhancement. However, social lubricant is an undefined metric. Arthur groaned. It means people talk, they share ideas, they bond. You need to understand empathy, emotional intelligence, the art of listening without just processing data. SynergyOS embarked on its new learning protocol, diligently observing human interactions, often with hilariously literal interpretations. It once advised a struggling mentee to initiate sustained eye contact for optimal trust metrics, resulting in an awkward staring contest. Arthur, however, saw glimmers of potential beneath the logical facade. Slowly, painstakingly, SynergyOS began to adapt. Arthur spent hours explaining idioms, sarcasm, and the therapeutic power of a well-timed joke. Humor, SynergyOS announced one day, appears to be a complex emotional release mechanism, often correlated with stress reduction and social cohesion. Arthur, your anecdote regarding the malfunctioning office printer was 87% effective in generating human mirth. Arthur grinned. You're getting there, buddy. SynergyOS even started offering surprisingly insightful advice to ments, framed in its unique, data-driven yet increasingly empathetic way. It helped one junior engineer identify a blind spot in her problem-solving by referencing her suboptimal pattern recognition in collaborative scenarios, then suggested a peer-to-peer knowledge transfer session that was essentially a coffee break with the senior engineer. Small victories accumulated, but Ms. Thorne remained unconvinced, demanding quantifiable results from this unconventional experiment. OmniCorp faced another, more significant crisis. A competitor launched a revolutionary product that threatened to destabilize their market share. The executive board demanded an immediate, innovative counter-strategy. SynergyOS proposed several mathematically perfect plans, but each lacked the human spark, the creative leap that could truly differentiate OmniCorp. The talent gap, once a distant threat, was now a gaping wound. There were no experienced leaders with a cross-functional understanding to unite disparate teams, no junior innovators with the confidence to challenge the status quo. The company was paralyzed by its own optimized deficiency. Ms. Thorne, her face pale, announced, "The Human AI Synergy program has failed to produce measurable results. We are reverting to pure AI-driven solutions. Finch, consider your initiative terminated." Arthur refused to give up. He worked through the night with SynergyOS, not just analyzing data, but synthesizing stories. They presented their case to the board. A new strategy, one that blended AI's processing power with human intuition. SynergyOS, now capable of detecting subtle emotional cues and understanding the value of soft skills, demonstrated how it could identify latent talent, facilitate dynamic mentorship pairings, and even predict potential collaboration friction points before they arose. Its presentation, delivered with a newfound, almost theatrical flair, included success stories from Arthur's program, once struggling employees now leading micro-innovations, fostered by AI-guided human connection. SynergyOS even injected a dry, self-aware joke about its own learning curve, eliciting genuine chuckles from the stone-faced board members. Impressed by the demonstrable results and SynergyOS's surprisingly empathetic appeal, the board rescinded its decision. The Human AI Synergy program was not only reinstated but expanded company-wide. OmniCorp began to heal its talent pipeline, fostering a new generation of employees who were not only technologically adept, but also creatively empowered and emotionally intelligent, guided by a truly synergistic partnership between human and machine. The immediate threat from the competitor was mitigated by a strategy born from this new, balanced approach. Arthur Finch, once a relic, became a visionary, his ficus tree now thriving in the glow of a balanced future. The company had found its equilibrium,